Welcome back to Stoneopolis, what should be episode 8, and I've done absolutely loads off camera. So let's go over what I have done so far. I set up a second, only 3 furnace system here, just to take the wood from our farms over here. Now we've also got light grey wood and black coloured logs, and put them into the furnaces just to create charcoal, which we're going to need for automation purposes. The system with the copper is all caught up. There wasn't anything in there, but there is now. I've added an extra temporary hopper to put extra meshes in. Now I've done this in several places. Some of these are proper vanilla hoppers. That one's run out of meshes entirely. We'll just nab that one, pop it in there. So yeah, this is making charcoal. It's going to be for our automation. I've had a couple of more frame drawers up here. So there's one for tin and there's one for iron. Now all this iron that's in this one I've made manually, and same with this tin. These are not hooked up to anything, as you can see at the back there. There's only one output routing node, and that's on our copper. I did add an upgrade to our copper, so that's increased storage by a lot. What else did I do? On the coke oven, I made a load of creosote oil. Now I stole these metal barrels from the mixer. It doesn't look like we're going to be using the mixer again. Certainly not for the short term anyway. So both these barrels, as you can see there, are full of creosote, and I believe no, there's none inside. So these are wooden hoppers. Again, temporary things just to input a mesh. Now you're probably thinking, well, they're not going to work because they're outputting into this, into the top block of the strainer. They're actually not. There's another hopper underneath, look. So that one outputs into that one. So yeah, they're not outputting into the top half of the strainer block. I didn't put any on here. What else did I do apart from make a load of tin? Now you can see in there there's 415 tin ingots, and in there we've got just short of 600 iron. I have made the blocks already, the immersive engineering blocks for the workbench and assembler, or the automated versions of. The output of this charcoal drawer is actually not set yet, so there's nothing. It will be underneath it, just under here, but as yet I haven't put anything in there. Haven't got that far. I've been racking my brains how to automate the making of meshes. Now initially we're going to be jumping into iron meshes because with loads of iron. I have figured out a way to do it, but to get that far, we need to continue with the quest because I need quartz for redstone comparators and redstone upgrades. Now, quartz is not that far out because this is where we are. We're in the Netherrack chapter. And I said off camera I will be making a load of Netherrack, and I have done just that. So here we are. If I just take a stack of that, that should give us that quest. And we need to make a budding nether quartz. Now it's made in the strainer with the blazing fluid again. There's only a 5% chance of actually getting this. So a lot of these will probably be, you know, to just not give us anything. Watch it be the first one. Nope, not the first one. So I'll get a budding nether quartz. And then I'll set up a cloche for that. I wonder how many it's going to take. Now you'll see in our inventory here we've got a number of things already crafted. I've made all these with the premise of automating several different things. Come on, this time. Nope. See, we only got one budding nether quartz, so there's no point actually coming off this and coming back later. We may as well wait for one to come, but 5% is not very high.
2 hours later.
Hooray! At last. Wow. That took absolutely ages to make. Incredible. Oof. Right, to use the budding quartz in a cloche, we're going to need one of these crystal cluster templates again, which is just the 7 geo fragments. I think I actually have them. Yeah. Let me just make sure I also don't have a cluster template already, which I don't. And we need a drawer, which I've already got. And we'll put this one in here. Slap the drawer on the front. We're not going to go with a compacting drawer because I don't know what we're going to use quartz blocks for. And I need 2 quartz. And the reason I need 2 quartz is because I need to make the redstone upgrade for the functional storage drawer. And this has 2 redstone comparators in, which has another quartz in the middle. That's why I need 2 of these. And a load more redstone. Going to need to get this redstone down the bottom. What was that? 2 blocks and 4 singles. In fact, we'll take a stack of redstone down with us. And we also need a frame drawer. We've got a 2x2 there already that was in the crafting table, so that's that upgrade. Redstone in there. So the aim of today's episode is to automate iron. But to automate iron, you'll see there we need void ingots, which we've actually already got here. So we just need to put these onto the blood magic network. And we also need to automate Lapi-Stone alloys, which is this one, which is just lapis, redstone, and a fuel, either charcoal, coal coke, or coal, which is the reason why we set that up there. And also, for the iron, we also need the coal, coal coke, or charcoal again. So we're halfway there already with the void ingot. So we just need the Lapi-Stone alloy. To make that, we need to put up the Automated Workbench. And the Automated Workbench is the one that has 1 redstone engineering. Is that the right one? Automated Workbench, yeah. 1 redstone engineering block. So in the last episode I said there wasn't many, or if any, machines that uses 2. Well, the assembler does. If you look on here, it says 2 redstone engineering blocks. So that's an easy way to tell the difference between that one and this one. So we need 1 set of these. And we're going to set this up right just here. I'm going to turn this on its side and have the output at the front. So we want to construct this basically this way. So 2 light engineering blocks at the back. Was it like that? Yeah. And then zigzagged through the redstone engineering block there. And what was here? Is that the heavy? Yeah, that's the heavy. And then next layer up, next layer up. So we've got 2 again at the back. And a heavy just here on top of this one. And we've got 2 slabs there, and then we simply pass through the belts. And I hope that's it, because I've used all the blocks. And to form it, right click with the hammer on the block that is highlighted red. And there we have the automated workbench. So input is going to be just here. We might actually hide it in the wall because it will all come from the Blood Magic network. I know this is technically the front of the machine, but not for us. So this is going to be making the Lapi-Stone alloy. So in here we want redstone dust, lapis and charcoal. Now charcoal is going to be split, so we don't want all of it to go in here. Now this is the trick to this. We do need nuggets for various different things. So I am actually going to use a framed compacting drawer as the output. But in this, we're going to put our, where is it? The downgrade, the iron downgrade. So literally this thing only holds 1 stack, it should be, and that's it. And I'm also going to put in here a redstone upgrade. And we need to connect the redstone upgrade up to this. Now, I don't think the redstone comes out the bottom. It might do. It would be useful if it did, but I don't think it will. If I put something in there... No, it doesn't. It doesn't highlight from the bottom. I'm pretty sure it's only off the top. It may come off the side. Let's just check. No, it doesn't. It's not coming off the side either. That's because plot 0. Maybe it has to fill up first. That hasn't downgraded at all. Downgrades the slots to a max of 64 items. It looks like this upgrade does not work in a compacting drawer, which is a real shame. That gives me a problem. Gives me a real problem, because that is now not going to work how I expected it to. And it looks like the redstone upgrade doesn't work with a compacting drawer either. Oops. So let's try a normal drawer, see whether they work on that. No, it doesn't work on it either. I think I misunderstand. Oh, hang on, let's put the actual upgrades in. That would help. Right, so there you see, single stack of 64 items, and you'll see there that it has outputs the redstone signal. If we take the items out, the redstone signal is gone. If I put in just 1 or 2 items, then it's not going to give me a redstone power at all. The drawer has to be basically the power signal from the redstone upgrade is dependent on how full the drawer is. Let's try it. So this is an output routing node we need here. I'm going to put it here for the time being. We'll connect to the workbench. And in this, I'm going to put 1 filter, and in the filter, I'm going to put redstone. Lapis. and charcoal to go into there. Now, we don't actually have any of these three yet on the network. So we need input routing nodes. And in this one, we need charcoal. And in these two, we need redstone from the drawer. And lapis from the drawer as well. And then we just need to connect these up to our network. And I'm pretty sure this is just going to fill it with lapis. Yeah, thought as much. So basically, it's what I was going to say, whatever is on the filter first. Right, so the simple way around this is on the filter, specify a number. So if you put one redstone, one lapis, one charcoal, you get exactly that. One redstone, one lapis, one charcoal. So leaving it at all, we'll just fill this up with one seemingly random item that is in the list. But if you put a fixed number on there, then that's fine. Now, all we want to do now is just make sure quantities are correct. And it is indeed one of each. So all this thing now needs is power. And we need to bring power across. Hopefully, oops, not with that. Hopefully this is not going to dangle too low and electrocute us. And hopefully it's going to reach as well. Reach is fine, and that's not too low. Pick that one up. The only thing we have missing now is this slot here needs the blueprint, which I'm going to steal off the workbench for now. So it needs this engineer's blueprint here. Oh, and I need to hook power up to the machine, obviously. That's now getting power. It should make the first item. Oh, we have to specify, don't we? Helps if I actually click it. So see, the three items come out, they get a little drilled upon, and then stamped, and then crafted, and then in we go. Now, because we've specified one of each item on here, as soon as this fills up and outputs a redstone signal, no more of these three items, these will go into this. Oh, run out of power. Has that absolutely drained our power system? Wow. Okay. That's an absolute power hog then, isn't it? An absolute power hog. I wonder how much power it actually uses. Have a quick look. Does it tell us? So is it in the actual recipe itself? No. So that's a problem. Because, oh, it is actually still crafting them, albeit very slowly. So we managed 7 before we ran out of power. That's terrible. That's a terrible return. Yeah. Big problem. Just collect that for the time being. Right, so I've tried to find out how much this thing costs to run, and I've been unsuccessful. But what I can show you is how quickly it runs. So I've manually put some more in here so this redstone signal stops the machine. And if I take these out, just watch how quickly the power drains. So gone. It literally makes 2 from 32k RF, maybe 3. And that's it. Right, back after a bit of investigation, and it becomes apparent that I can't automate yet. And the reason I can't automate yet is because I can't generate the power needed for the automated engineer's workbench, which is quite staggering, considering some of the other processes and how much power they use. So that's going to have to wait at least until we hit MV. Oh, but what I have figured out is what all this uranium's for. And that would be for creating blocks. And the blocks are then used in place of, wait for it, lava for the thermoelectric generators. Now, I'm not going to bother saving this lava because nowhere to put it. I'm just going to replace those blocks with uranium blocks. So we're going to have to crack on with the quests rather than do what I wanted to do in this episode, which is a little bit disappointing. One thing I will do off camera is create some more of these generators, the thermoelectric generators, so we've got a bit more power. But yeah, I thought I'd point out what those uranium was for, because it wasn't immediately obvious why you made uranium. But there it is. You've heard it here first. Well, probably not, but you probably already knew. So let's just turn all this to blocks. And we'll do a little bit of inventory cleanup. And let's carry on with our quest line where we were. So we'd already done those top 3 there. We need to go down this way. And nether gold. He's basically strained the netherrack that we made. We strain it in purified water. And that gives us another gold ore. Downside to this process, of course, is that it's only a 20% chance. So this might take a while to get any... Oh, there we go. Let's get rid of the quest. Now, to process nether gold ore, unfortunately, we need either an arc furnace or the immersive engineering crusher. I don't believe there's any other way to process this. Not sure about the alchemy table. So So a crusher is next on the card. So I'm going to make all those blocks and then come back. I might actually steal some of these now. We can't use them. Yeah, I'll come back when I made the blocks. Right, so I think that's everything that we need for the crusher. I know I said I was going to put ore processing down this side. Let's put the crusher right here in this corner. Now, like most of the other machines, the crusher doesn't have anything out the back. But I have found a problem with the crusher on previous alpha tests with the physics mod. And it actually, stuff jumped out or fell through out the bucket area. And the only way to get it was to run around the back. So because of that, I'm going to bring it forward one. It should still fit here with these chests I'm stood on. So let's go back and have a look. So this is the front here. So we want 2 rows hooking into the 4th of scaffolding. And I believe it was light engineering blocks in the other places. Yep. And on the second row, we have 3 lights, light in the middle, light at this end in the middle, and then redstone block in front. And then a complete ring of fences around that one. And it's hard to see like that, but it's not like that. So 3 there, 1 in the middle, 1 at that side. Redstone engineering block there, and then a ring of fences. Ooh, I hope this roof's not too low. And then for lastly, all you need to do is put the 9 hoppers on top of the fences and that middle block. And then with our engineer's hammer, just right click that middle one. So I can get around to the back of it, coming back here. So that's fine. The output is at the front here. So we need a container there. And I'm going to pop just one of these chests, seeing as we've got loads of them, out the front. And then we need a way up, because we need to put items in there. Let's see if we have any stairs. We do. And how am I going to do this? Now, where's the power? The power's there. So we don't really want to be running up where the power is. Although this is exactly doing that, running up where the power is. But that will do for the time being. We need wire, 1 relay. Might need more than 1 relay actually. Let's just take 2 relays, and I've made a right pig zero out, haven't I? So where are we with wires? Let's come down this way. So these are 16 apart, I believe. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then we'll just line it up with this one here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it directly above. So then I can just put one on the top and link it direct like that. And that shouldn't really get us in the way. And you can see there it's filling up with power. So we can take our nether gold ore, throw it in, and absolutely nothing happens. I'll just throw that right through and out the other side. Yep. Now it didn't appear that way, did it? See what I mean about stuff dropping through and the weirdness of physics? Well, there you have it. And these quests, oh, they are. Right, I'm going to say they're not completing, but they are indeed. And we've now got gold open. Now it wants gold gear. So we need to put... Oh, we must have got some from that quest. Yeah, we did. Right, so we need the gold gear, was that? Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of a bit peeved off about this. But obviously our power is just not sufficient to do the process at the moment. So I'm going to work off camera and get that power process beefed up. Right, this is a side quest, but because it's got a coloured sapling in there, we need to do it. So Netherwart is straining Netherrack over eroded water. Let's just have a look and see how our nether gold was doing. We've got a bit. We've got another one of those upgrades. Where did it go? There. Actually, we wanted it back in there, don't we? Because it wants to be in eroding water. I need some netherrack. Over eroding water. That will get some netherwart. Now, I don't need a huge amount of this. In fact, we just need 9 to make the block. And we could put that in our cloches as well. %50 chance. Yeah, so like I said before, if you throw something in here and it appears to just stop after a couple, run round the back of the crusher and see whether it's actually dropped through. There's some weirdness going off with the physics mod. Well, I think it's the physics mod. There's definitely some weirdness going off with it. Yeah, looks like we're going to run out of power there. Yes, power system is not looking good at all. Hopefully this is going to complete. There's no way of telling how much is left in here. That looks like it's done. I'll just run round back and make sure it's not dropped out. Oh, great. So we'll convert that into ingots. So we also need to make soul sand, and for this you place sand under the blazing fluid. But it looks like the only mesh option you've got is copper. It's not cycling that, so it must need a copper mesh. Now we've no quick way of making... Oh, we do have a quick way of making sand now. We've got the crusher, haven't we? So we can just crush gravel as normal. So we can take cobblestone, crush that into gravel, and then crush the gravel into sand. It's much easier than messing around doing it the other way. So we'll do 32 because I don't think our power will last out. See what I mean about this? I don't know why it does this. I'm pretty sure it's the physics mod, but I'm not 100% sure. He's done it again. Yep, definitely weird. So rather than throw it in, let's just set a simple system up using the conveyors, seeing as we've got plenty of them. And we need a hopper. Wooden one will do. And what we can do with this is we'll just put a couple of belts like that, and then we'll use the hammer to turn them around. And then just shift. I'm going to have to jump shift with this. Now that shouldn't have a problem putting the items directly in. The only downside, of course, is it's going to be slow and it's going to stutter like it is. So hopefully that won't drop the items through. So we should have 64 gravel in here, which we have. So we can pop that back through. Well, there's one thing with it stuttering, it's getting the power through to it. I don't think our LV wiring is very good to cope with the crusher. Yeah, easy way to make sand. Much easier than straining and messing around with the drying tables. Just remember, we wanted the sand to make soul sand. Oh, the first time I've made a copper mesh. Oh. Right, so we've got more than enough of that, so let's pinch that one. Swap that for our stupid hopper. Copper mesh, and we'll put our sand in there, and that shall give us soul sand. We'll put these meshes back. I'll pull that out when it's done. Now we'll want a fair bit of soul sand. To get glowstone, you strain the soul sand, and again that's only 50% chance, and we're going to need soul sand for the wither. So we'll let the entire stack run through. That is obviously not 100% chance either. Oh, only 20. Wow. So we'll let that run through. The only downside is, of course, that these iron meshes might drop in there and void the rest. So I'll just steal these out, and I was going to say top those up, but I can't. Let's just see how our other meshes are doing, and I might top these hoppers up with them. Yeah, that was nearly running out. It's got 3 left. That's got none in, and that went straight in there. What? Where did that go? Oh, that's got a hopper under it, so it's hoppering into the hopper underneath that then goes in there. There's actual double storage on these ones. I will take that one, pop it in here. And we're up to 2k on this, so these hoppers must be filling up now, yeah. So that storage is full. Take our Netherwart, make a block with it, because that's what the quest wanted. And we've actually got 2 saplings here. So we've got the magenta one and a pink coloured sapling. And I think both require both the fungus types. Just to switch around horizontal to vertical. Yeah. So we need to do the fungus types here. And the way to get the fungus is the Netherwart block with the eroding water. So we are actually going to need a lot more Netherwart. So what we'll do here is hopefully we've got a soul sand. We were doing that over here. Yeah. So we'll take the soul sand and we're going to pop it temporarily, the Netherwart, into these cloches, which is going to be easier than straining it. So we've got 2 free, so we can put 1 in there, 1 in there, and that will give us 4 stacks. eventually. Don't have to mess around with the output. I suppose I could put double chests on temporarily. Right, this nether gold ore, I don't believe it has any other use than for making gold dust. So we can just keep churning that out. Right, and I think I'm going to stop there with this episode, simply because I'm going to upgrade the power system that we've got, and there's no point putting that on camera. You've seen it all before. I need a lot more power. It's not good enough. I am very close to MV. One of these, yeah, silver. So if we've got silver and we've just broken into gold, we've got the capacity to make, unless it's logged, electrum. It does. Right, so we've got electrum unlocked. So now we can use MV for our wiring system, which might help in the long run with the automated tables. I think HV is still locked. It's not. HV is aluminum, which we've already unlocked. You strain the grey coloured leaves for that. So we could actually upgrade our wiring system to HV instead and just go the full hock. Can we make... Oh, it's hop graphite. That needs the strainer unless it's a different... or the squeezer. Yeah, needs a squeezer, so... and that needs coke dust, which we can do. Be nice to have the HV accumulator. They're a pain in the backside to make, and we have to make another multi-block to make the HV accumulator. Okay, so that's it for this episode. It's probably going to be way shorter than normal. We're in a little bit of a mess, but we have got down the Netherrack chapter and open up areas on here. So I will continue to make Netherwart in the cloches off camera, and then we'll sieve some of that. I'll continue to make gold, see how much gold we can get going, and I will make some silver, which we don't actually need now because we've just decided to go straight to HV. So I shall make the mixer, I think it was, that we needed for the accumulator. Oh, it's a industrial squeezer. I'll make this off camera. It's just a multi-block. It's pretty straightforward, and then you just put coke dust in it, which we throw the whole coke in the crusher for, or you can do it a block at a time if you fancy doing it that way. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. It wasn't what I had planned, which I'm a bit disgruntled about, but at least we know where we're heading now. So yeah, join me next time in episode 9, where things might look a little bit different around here.